Hello, I'm Jinx, and welcome to Anyland. And look, I have arms! So this is a new discovery that yesterday for some people, and we've been playing with it pretty much all night last night. So I was up till 4:30 a.m. Thank you, Daylight Savings Time, for ruining that. And with the new update that we got this week for allowing things in things, so just like placed sub-things in the world, you can now actually place things as a sub-thing as part of another thing. Basically, parenting, parent-child relationships, you can then nest them pretty much infinitely. And so you can keep adding things to things, and they can work independently and move independently. And as a result, scripts work independently based on each child that you've added. So in this case, what we have are arm parts with other parts that are set to look at the named other parts, creating joints, literally joints. So Overvisor made a video, which I'll definitely link in the description below, so that you can see how to actually do this. I spent most of the evening getting this together, and it's pretty okay. It would have been better had I used a brand new set of arms specifically to do this, but I really wanted to use this avatar. That's one of my favorite avatars, as well as these arms, because as you know, I can roll up the sleeves, and I have buttons and features already on the arm. So as you can see then, the ball and socket and everything lines up pretty good. In my case, I probably should have made my forearms a little shorter and played with the length of the upper arms better. One of the side effects of the way I did it, because I have robes, so my thought is, well, robes should be, oversized and flowy, but now it looks like I'm like a hulking, muscular guy. And, most archetypes for mages, warlocks, wizards, kind of more frail, so kind of like adds a lot more of a body to me. Anyway, this I think looks really good with my sleeves, which I've always had rolled up. And you can kind of see that. So this is a little janky as far as getting it set up and then the way it works and editing it, but it's really nice because it's all built in Anyland. There's no need for going into Blender to make a model. There's no need for going into Unity to rigging stuff up and editing and all that. This is 100% done in Anyland, using Anyland parts, using, as I said, my arms that I already had been using. I just rigged them up with a few extra parts, did the something and something kind of stuff, and bada bing. So I'll just show you from my point of view here, as I like to say. Boom, my point of view. You can see one of the benefits to this whole rig setup is that I can now move my hand independently of my forearm. So previously, the forearm, or any kind of arm, was a fixed point on the hand. So whenever I moved my hand like this would all fly out, and due to the principle of levers, if this is the pivot point, that meant that would fly up. So if I put my hand out like this, which of course looks silly because of the way it's rigged, but if I were to do that the old way, my arm would be flying out that way, and it was always kind of odd. But now I can do that, and it's like I'm actually, within the framework, moving my hand. And when you line up stuff, and it's pretty lined up, this is pretty well connected. Hoping you can see that well, because I know the recording field of view is different than the VR mask's view. But if I do stretch too far, it disconnects. And part of that is really the length of everything. I could work on it some more and then make it not do that so much. If I put my arms all the way out extended, you can see that it does disconnect. Which is pretty neat to do this. But really, I love being able to move my wrists independent like that. That's cool. Doing this gives you a little more sense of presence as far as having, you know, arms. More, in my case, if I had actually measured this out to be more perfect in line with my arms, my real arms. But it is a lot more of a sense of presence for people looking at you, which I hope conveys in this video. I definitely, last night when Delco and I were working in this Jinx Mansion lab, and he made a new avatar for it to experiment, and I was doing this, and just seeing him do gestures and all that stuff as we're finishing it up, and it's, wow, this is it. And it looks a lot better than some of the other VR programs, inverse schematic setups, because it doesn't have a tendency to make your elbows fly out at some weird odd angle, and it tracks pretty well. And you see how fast it's tracking. This is great. Like, Anyland is not lagging at all. The scripts are working at super speed for all that. So, arms detached when I stretch, but otherwise, give some poses, and that's a wrap. Have a great day.